Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is yet another ranking video, and today we're going to rank all the eyeshadow palettes that I tried in quarter 3. I've done these kind of videos in the previous 2 quarters too. Since we are in October, we are going to rank the quarter 3 palettes. I have 19 palettes in front of me. I would say majority of the palettes are amazing. Absolutely amazing. There are only 1 or 2 in the bottom that I would say not up to my standards, but otherwise everything is really ranked according to the color story, which I prefer. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, if I have a code with any of these brands, I'll link it in the description box below for you guys, but let's start off with number 19 and 18. On number 19, from MBA Cosmetics, I have the Witch's Rain collection, and this is a quad of multichrome is what they say. Very lackluster. It's super thin, which I do like thinner MBA Cosmetics formula. Out of the shades, I feel like this is the only fiery shade that I'm really interested in, but rest of it doesn't pack any punch. It's not wowing me by any means, so that is why this is ranking on number 19. On number 18, it's another quad from them. I don't even know what's this called, but it was another quad with like all jewel tones, multichromes, and I feel like this performed definitely better than the Witch's Rain one. But again, these are black based multichromes, which I tend to use only in like the outer corner. I have one in the middle of my eyelid, which I did not use these shades, but you can definitely get a beautiful smoky eye with these shades. For that reason, but again, it is a companion palette, so that is why I'm ranking this on number 18. On number 17, it really hurts me to rank it here, but I'm ranking this here only because of the shimmers, and I'm talking about Whatsup Beauty's Geodes palette. The mattes, amazing quality, and I reach out for these mattes quite often, I would say, but the shimmers are definitely lackluster as compared to the ones that I have in the Dragon Eye palette, just because I do have a comparison and I know my Dragon Eye palette and how much I use it. I feel like I am gravitating towards this palette for the mattes, and I absolutely love the shimmers in the Dragon Eye palette. So my hopes have definitely shattered a little bit with the Geodes palette, and that's the only reason why I'm ranking this here. But if you love shimmers that are not super sparkly, which is like super ethereal thin, you would love this. I'm not disappointed. I'm a little disappointed with the shimmers, okay? But the mattes, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next, let's move on to number 16. It's another palette from MBA Cosmetics, and this is Just a Day in Paradise palette. This, love. Absolutely love it. I actually have this shade on the inner part of my lid right now, and this is the shade Paradise Cove. I have seen myself gravitating towards this palette for like these accent kind of looks, which I absolutely love. I really cannot say anything wrong about this palette. The only thing is that this doesn't have any mattes, but you are getting this palette for ethereal spring like summery shades. No texture in any of these shades. They shift very beautifully. You can see that green, gold, pink coming through. I really love the formula of this palette, and this definitely stays on my vanity because this absolutely works like an accent palette to me. But this palette doesn't give me a complete look. That is why I'm ranking this a little bit lower, but amazing quality. Now from now onwards, do not even know what to do with it, okay? Next we have Down to Earth palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics. The only reason why this is a little low is because of the greens. I'm not a big green person, you know, but I'm wearing a green look. Yes, sue me. But I feel like out of this palette, I definitely do not reach out for these 2 rows because those are not my tones. I reach out for this section of the 9 pan so very much. I also love these greens too, like these olivey tone greens. It's just these like, you know, emerald greens, grassy greens. That's not my vibe. That's the only reason why this is ranking on a little low, but I can see myself grabbing onto this side so very much. I really love this palette. The quality is at par excellence. I really love it. Would highly recommend this one. On number 14, we have the Ensley Rain Cosmetics Bougie palette. Now, if you're into neons, you would absolutely love it. It's a little bit lower on the ranking just because I am in love, absolute love with the shimmers. Mattes, not so much. Quality wise, A++. Shade wise, not me completely love this orange, but I absolutely love that orange. And these three multi-chromes are absolutely breathtaking, absolutely amazing. I cannot recommend this enough. If you are into this color story, you're not going to be disappointed one bit, but because it's not my color story, that's why I'm ranking it a little low. Another Simply Posh Cosmetics palette, and this is the Black Cherry palette. Now this is a little bit on the lower side just because it's a very monochromatic palette according to me. You are dipping and diving into this palette only if you love mauves and pinky tones. If you do not love those tones, this palette is not for you. This palette is ranking a little low, not because of the quality, because quality is absolutely beautiful, but because the versatility is lacking here. That's the only reason why this is ranking a little low. Love the shimmers, absolutely love the shimmers, but I also feel like we could have definitely given a little bit more variety in the matte shades. Even in the shimmer department, I love that they have included those two greens, which definitely gives it a little bit more pop. My eyes definitely go towards this rather than this section, which is the majority of the section. Because this palette is magnetic, you can definitely mix and match, but for now, I am going to rank this here. Okay, we have the MBA Cosmetics Synergy palette, and this is a beautiful all shimmer palette. Another, it's very unlike the Just a Day in Paradise palette, which was all very smooth. This has variety of textures. It has those like chunkier shimmers too, which gives a out of the space like effect on your eyes, but it also has some smoother shimmers. This definitely gives us a variety of shades. I definitely see myself grabbing onto both of these palettes. It's just a matter of whether do you need variety or do you want all like springy tones. But no matter what, it gives you that shimmer and the effect that you're looking for. Let me just swatch it for you guys just so that you can see the variety that you can achieve and the shades that you get out of the palette. Like you get toppery shades, you get smoother shades, but on the eyes, it's just absolutely amazing. Like look at the shades and the way it shifts and shines. It's really, really pretty. I cannot recommend this enough. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful on the eyes. Next, we have Ensley Rain Cosmetics Lands of Enchantment palette. This is the revamped version of it. Truthfully speaking, I love the original version a little bit more. You get very similar vibes, but is it dupes? Absolutely not, because you get different shades out of this palette too. This is a palette that is giving you different variety of shimmers. Not all the shimmers are smooth. You are getting a little bit more texture and shine. Let me swatch a few. This shade, what's this called? Queendom of Stars is definitely a little bit more on the loosely packed side. And you will see when I swatch, these are very, very smooth shimmers, but they pack a punch on the eyes. So let me show it to you. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers. Like look at that. It's stunning. The quality wise, it's absolutely beautiful. You need to love a good pastel palette to love that palette, that's for sure. But if you love a good pastel palette, I don't think you'll be disappointed one bit about that palette. I love to mix and match these pastel-y palettes from any brands for that matter, because I don't wear that many pastel shades. But again, Ensley Rain palettes are magnetic, so you can definitely mix and match here, which is what I love. I love to wear pastels as like a pop of color on my eyelid, but I cannot wait to use this palette even more. I'll pop this in one of the 3 palettes 3 looks video coming in the future, just so that you can see more variety of looks. Okay, now next we have, this is an amazing, amazing all shimmer palette. I know I'm putting all shimmer palettes definitely on the bottom of the list just because it is a companion palette, but if you look at the shimmers, it is an absolute wonderful quality. And next we have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Garden of Stars palette. This palette I have reached out for so much, absolutely so much. I think the least shade that I've reached out for is this blue shade. That's just because it's super loud. But I love this palette. The thinness of the formula is so ethereal on the eyes. It looks like a wet sheen on the eyes. I absolutely love it. Cannot wait to mix and match these shades with my Blend Bunny Cosmetics Beauty Below palette. I feel like the combination of those two palettes are going to be absolutely magical. Cannot wait for it. I really, really love this one. The top 10s were absolutely amazing. You saw the 10th number was the Blend Money Cosmetics palette. Now, these top 10 are really difficult for me to even rank. Let's go on to number 9. On number 9, we have the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Crown Legacy palette. This is the palette that I have on the majority of the eyelid, except that MBA Cosmetics one shimmer shade. This palette, again, if you love greens, purples, pinks, you would absolutely love it. It is very buildable, very jewel tone leaning, I would say. I really love the quality of Glaminatrix Cosmetics palette, and this palette again is very ethereal. I feel like you can definitely get more wearable looks for me if I use those beige and those purpley tones, but majority of the time I am dipping into this palette for colorful looks because it's heavy on colors. Love the shimmers, absolutely love the shimmers of this palette. Cannot recommend this enough. If this is your color story, you're not going to be disappointed. On number 8, we have an amazing Halloween palette, and this is Witch City Salem from Nomad Cosmetics. I absolutely love this palette. Like, look at that. Fall, Halloween. Fall, Halloween. So pretty. But the color story inside is absolutely gorgeous. This is stunning. This is what I call fall Halloween in a palette. The color story is absolutely magical. The way these shades blend, the way the shimmer shines on the eyes is magical. I absolutely would recommend this. If you're looking for one fall Halloween palette, this should be the palette for you. I really love this one. On number 7, oh my gosh, these palettes are amazing. I don't even know how to rank it. On number 7, we have the Grounded palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Another versatile green palette, I would say. I'm not a big green person, but even if I'm not a green person, this is one of the most used palettes that I had in 2025 in my collection. That's because even if you're not a big green person, if I don't dip into these tones, you are getting very neutral tones also. You're getting very like sunflowery kind of shades too. You have those beigey browns, which you can get like some beautiful brownie looks too. This is a very versatile palette. I love the quality of Glaminatrix Cosmetics. I absolutely do. Cannot recommend. I cannot like pinpoint anything that I do not like, just because this is not the color story that I gravitate towards in everyday life. That is why this is ranking a little low, but still up on the list. On number 6, we have Natasha Denona's Dramatic palette. Now this, I have customized it according to me, just because if I customize it, that is when I will reach out more for this palette. That's the only reason. I just keep it like this, just because I feel like now this is like my perfect palette. But if I talk about Dramatic palette, I really love it. Majority of the shades are from Dramatic. I did give like a few more like lighter tone mattes into the collection, as well as like one more shimmer shadows. I definitely did switch out a few matte lighter tone mattes and few shimmers in this palette. But otherwise, I really love this palette so very much. I love the size. I love that it is basic neutral palette. I really love it, and that's the reason why I reach out for more and more. I love a traditional matte, creamy matte formula from Natasha Denona a lot. There's only one cream to powder formula here, which is that P3 shade, but otherwise I really love that it is like a traditional matte formula. I really love this palette with my whole heart, and I cannot recommend this enough. If you were eyeing this palette, just wait out for a sale and then buy it. You'll not be disappointed. Okay, now let's talk about top 5. Top 5 for Q3 of 2025. On number 5, we have the Unity palette from Adept Cosmetics. This landed in my collection only this year. That's why I'm putting this palette. But that cannot take the fact that I use this palette so very much. I absolutely love the shimmers. The only two shades that I not reach out for the majority of the time is this purple shimmer shade and this hot pink shade. But otherwise, I reach out for every other shade all the time. The shimmers are absolute favorite of mine. I think this palette is already discontinued from Adept Cosmetics, but if you can find this palette on a sale, because it was on sale for a long period of time, this palette is just gorgeous. I have reached out for this palette, like again, for that shimmer shades. If I'm going for like an everyday look, bronzer in the eye, one shimmer tapping on the eyelid, it just creates some beautiful, magical, ethereal looks. I really, really love it. This is like my office companion palette. I really love it. Okay, on number 4, we have Kryptein Cosmetics Emerald City palette, another green palette, but high up on the ranking because the tones of greens are very neutral leaning. And I love the shimmers too in this palette. You know how much I love the mattes and the shimmer quality of the Kryptein Cosmetics because they give us some beautiful dimensional shimmers that never seen before, but they also give us neutrals to pair down with those shimmers just so that it makes it more wearable. Again, not a big green person, but this palette definitely impressed me to another level for that reason. And this fall we did get a lot of green palettes. This is definitely high up on the ranking for this year, so I would highly recommend this. Another green palette, greeny bluey palette, not my forte, but I cannot tell you how much I use this. On number 3, we have Nomad Cosmetics Pacific Northwest palette. I cannot tell you how beautiful this palette is. Like, this is a colorful palette for neutral wearers, but a neutral palette for colorful wearers, and this has some beautiful duochrome multichrome shades that can definitely elevate any boring looks of you. I really love this palette. I cannot concentrate more about this palette. I feel like this is one of my favorite Nomad palettes that I have in my collection. Of course, I love my Chicago Speakeasy palette, but I feel like this is definitely number 2 in my whole Nomad collection, and that's saying a lot, not being a green lover. I love this with my whole heart. There's not one shade in this palette that I do not like. I really love everything about this palette. So I would rank this on number 3. On number 2, if you're looking for one fall palette, if fall is your season, this palette is beautiful, and I'm talking about Glaminatrix Cosmetics Bonfire palette. It's sweet, it's small, it's concise. With 12 shades, you're getting fall in a palette. I love the inclusion of cooler tones along with those fall tones. I feel like you can definitely get those like fall crispy leaf vibes, but also with those cooler tones, I feel like it's giving so much more variety in this palette. Oh, I love this palette with my whole heart. I really do. I absolutely would recommend this. I love the quality of Glaminatrix in general. I really love everything about it. My favorite shade in this palette is Cinder and this Smolder shade. No points in guessing because I love a good neutral shade on my eyes. I really love this. On number 1, if you have your guesses, comment down in the comment section below. But on number 1, and I feel like this is going to be on one of the top palettes for the year for sure, because this is like my kind of color story. And on number 1, we have Bella Beaute Coalescence palette, which was in collaboration with Nupur, and this palette is beautiful. This is like my kind of color story. I feel like if I make a palette, except those like greeny tones, I feel like there I would make a little change, but the top portion is totally me. I don't even mind these greens, like, because it's muted grungy greens. I really love it. I love everything about this palette with my whole heart. Love the quality, love the selection of the shades that was included in it. You can just mix and match any shades in this palette and it'll go beautifully together. I have nothing bad to say about this palette. Absolutely wonderful creation with Nupur. I really love it, especially if you are like medium tan skin tone. This palette, stunning, absolutely stunning. That was my ranking. You guys have to sound it down in the comment section below. Out of the palettes that you've tried this year, what are your top 3 for this year so far? Sound it down in the comment section below. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.